So hey, welcome to a different type of video, a camping video just for the weekend, a bit of van life, show you around the van, tell you about some of the things I like about it, some of the things I don't like about it, as I went with my daughter and a friend to Camp Baldovets, a very, very nice campsite in the Moravian Karst, the limestone area north of Brno. It was just a quick overnight trip really, just an excuse to put the top of the van up, clean it up, and try out a couple of experiments with equipment. This is a limestone quarry on the edge of the campsite. What else would you expect in limestone country? Setup takes about 5-10 minutes. Just got to pop the top, and in this instance open a few windows, let some air in, and a few other bits and pieces, turn the chair around and get the van readied for a different mode of operation. I've added a few things to the van as it showed up. I've added a solar panel, an outside awning and an outside shower fitting, as you'll see. So part of the reason why I came on this little trip with my daughter and a friend was just to get the van out and get the roof up and really tidy, because we went to Croatia where I fell, and that's like a, I don't know, 860 kilometer trip down, 860 kilometer trip back. You can imagine the van got trashed. It was full of sand, everything was dusty, so I just felt the need for a day where I could get the van, the roof up somewhere, and just give it a good old scrub and a clean, which I've managed to do, and try something out which isn't working that well for some reason, which was to try to see if I could get my my solar powered, what do you call it, not battery but power thing, solar powered power thing to run the mains off the van. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working that well. I thought it would, because I've seen other people doing it. And I have a funny feeling that it's because I have a crap Chinese battery thing. So I was just, I plugged it in, I put the water heater on, but if I turn the water heater to the point where it actually started heating, stopped. And I just tried my electric kettle, same thing. So I'm a bit disappointed. I think I'm going to have to invest in a new, I don't know what it is, power battery thing, you know. I'll show you, hang on. This thing, I'm very disappointed. I thought that if I had a solar charger for one of these, that even off grid I could at least get mains power for things like hot water. Doesn't look so. It doesn't look like that, even though I've seen other people doing it. So the only thing I can assume is I have a shitty, whatever that is. See, I do have a solar panel on the roof, and I'm pretty self-sufficient. My battery's never been below 80% charged. So for everything but my electric kettle and my water heater, which is mains only, I'm fine. But I did have a shower fitted on the side of the van, which is here, and I have a shower head attachment. And the idea was that, you know, if I camped in the forest, I could have a quick shower, which requires, for me anyway, at least tepid water, which means I have to find somewhere to heat it, which means I need my water heater, which means I need to connect to this. Anyway, other than that, I'm pretty happy. I got one or two snags on this van. It's about a year old, and I have one or two things that have sort of fallen apart. One is that the sliding door handle has come off and needs to be put back on. It's rather unsightly, and I don't know why it came off. And the second thing is that this drawer, the lock, has fallen off and needs to be put back on, but that's not anything very bad. Other than that, I'm pretty pleased. Tonight I'm going to sleep upstairs, and I'm going to use my quilt, which is very warm even though it's August. And we'll see how that goes. If that works well, then that means that I can remove the bed cushions for most trips, giving me a lot extra storage space, because storage space is really at a premium. And I need to find somewhere to add some storage space. For one person, 2 at a push. No, for 2 people, 3 at a push. This van is absolutely perfect for a quick trip. For more than that, I'm not so sure. You start running out of space pretty quick. But for me, doing my dowsing trips, spending a night somewhere, it's ideal. Really is. Absolutely ideal. So I've had to put a coffee on the manual way. But never mind. This'll work. This'll work. I'm still trying to figure out some of the things on this bloody van. I really am. Like, I'm not quite sure how the sink drains. I've drained it, but I'm not quite sure how I did it. I'm never sure whether the sink's open or closed, so I'm probably trailing dirty water everywhere I drive. That's one thing. I'll actually probably show you around. This is the electric panel controls. Gives me, seems like I've no wastewater, so I guess the valve is open. This is water. That's leisure battery. That's main battery. I have a plug socket for mains, chargers. This is the valve that opens the sink. Little storage area here for pills and things. This is like the main storage area for clothes for me and pillows and sleeping stuff. At the moment, underneath here is where the water tank is to fill, and also the gas in a pressurized container. There's a storage area here which is quite handy for coffee and tea and kettles and pots and things like that. There's storage areas here which are not so handy, but I bought these handy little things to store things in. Obviously the cooker and the sink. There's another drawer here which I keep all of my cloths and washing up liquid and all that kind of stuff. And there's another cupboard here which goes that way and that way inside, so I've got my wash kit in there, my food, my pans, all that kind of stuff. There's 3 bottles held in there, and there is a cutlery drawer here which I'm not making fantastic use of and need to figure out how to use it more effectively. There's also the broken drawer down here, which is very small but has the fire extinguisher and things inside. The passenger seat does turn around so that you've got like a 3-seat paradise. The table storage is just behind the driver's seat there and is easy to put up. And that's about it. This is the main bed stored behind the back seat here. The seat goes down, the bed comes out, and the other bed is up in the roof, which I'll pull down and show you later. Of course, I forgot the fridge. The fridge is actually quite big. Can get quite a lot in it. It's got a freezer compartment, several compartments for food and beer and milk and all that kind of stuff. Nice fridge. But I didn't buy the standard VW camper van from VW. I bought a customized version from a firm in Germany. It's called a Silt camper. Now, in retrospect, I think I regret that. The reason why I bought this was because I fell in love with the layout. I think the layout is much nicer than the VW version. First off, it's got a proper fridge as opposed to a sort of a nice chest built into the furniture, and it has this area here with the cupboard, the secure cupboard, and a very nice surface here, which I thought was very useful, and still do, by the way. So overall, I do still prefer this layout. I still do prefer the fridge, although I've begun to understand that the icebox chest would have been just perfect. Fine, no problem at all. And to be honest, there's a few things that aren't on this van that I would have expected were there, and in fact made the mistake of assuming was. The first of those was window blinds or curtains. This is a camper van. How on earth do you manufacture and customize a camper van but not put curtains or window blinds in? So I had to spend an extra €600 on customized magnetic fitments into the windows, which are a pain in the arse, and come in a huge bag that I have to carry around. So I think in the fall, after the season is over, I'm going to see if I can get somebody to fit curtains or blinds, because I'm just sick to death of these damn magnetic things. So that's one. Excuse me. The other thing that bothers me is the bed downstairs. You have to carry these cushions, and they've got a cushion and wood, so they're firm, they don't give, right? And they basically, the seat folds down, you get a couple of cushions on the seat and the back shelf. The headrest fits in here, and you kind of balance everything across. Nah, sorry. First off, why am I carrying 4 huge cushions eating up all that storage space every bloody place I go? And secondarily, you know, the bottom cushion is so unstable that you have to be really careful getting in and out of bed. Now, I'm not complaining. The bed is absolutely smashing in terms of comfort. I'm sure it's far superior to any bed in a VW camper van. But I think the VW camper van, you know, the seat moves. It's a rock and roller. You put it down, pull out a mattress, and you're done. Yeah, better. I wish I'd done it. When I got the van and took my first trip, it burned a fuse. So I took it to one of my local dealers for camper vans and caravans and stuff, and asked them if they'd take a quick look. They told me to take a VW. I said, gee, I'd be waiting months, you know. Please take a look. And, well, it was a death trap. The wiring was substandard. The connectors were substandard. The so-called leisure battery was an ordinary battery that would last about 2 hours. Cost me another, I don't know, a couple of $1,000 to buy a new battery, replace all the wiring so the fuse doesn't blow every time I get in the van. And the guy said it really was a death trap. Anyway, as I said, overall I'm happy with it. I really am. I really like it. The other thing that I've learned is this. I guess originally I had visions of myself, you know, sitting in the forest at night after a day of hiking, camping out. I don't think I dare. I don't think I dare. I think I need a proper campsite, or I need some place where there's humans around. And so what I really need is a stealth van, so I can just park in a neighborhood outside of somebody's house, in a street somewhere, in a parking lot, where nobody knows that actually it's a camper van, and I can just spend the night knowing that there are humans around and help is available if I need it. So I think in a couple of years, I'm going to try to trade this in for a slightly larger work van and have it customized so that there's a permanent bed in the back, and it's got very few windows, and it looks like an ordinary worker's van. Something that I can basically stay the night in outside of your house and you would never know. A stealth van, that's what I need. This is great. For now, it's a good start. I'm pleased I bought it. But in retrospect, I now know what it is that I wanted in the first place. And this isn't it. Upstairs. So in my bed, if I do. Yeah. Try here. Well, it's about time for bed, so I'll make a cup of tea and then I have to make a decision, top or bottom. I want to try the top, but bottom is winning at the moment. Anyway, we'll see. I'll let you know. Decision made. I'm sleeping downstairs because I found out that